Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everyone at AFPC's Directorate of Airmen and Family Care and the MedCon Case Management Division, I'm pleased to present the MedCon Commander's Dashboard. If you require access to the MedCon Commander's Dashboard, please email our org box at afpc.dpfa@us.af.mil. Members who log into the TM-DVS server will arrive at the welcome screen. Here, you will simply click Agree. This will take you to the authentication page where you can log in using your CAC certificates. Once logged in, you will arrive at your landing page. Here, you should see a list of dashboards you currently have access to. You can get to the MedCon Commander's Dashboard by clicking on MedCon Dashboard. If this function doesn't work or no dashboards are presented, click on the Head and Shoulders icon, search for the AFPC folder, and click MedCon Dashboard. The MedCon Commander's Dashboard is comprised of 3 tabs: the Executive Summary tab, the State View tab, and the Tracker View tab. We will begin by looking at the Executive Summary tab. Here, users will be greeted with an overview of the MedCon program as a whole. Your view may have a series of pound signs or hashtags. If so, hover your mouse here, and the current as of date will be presented. To help orient you to the dashboard, we will begin in the top left and work our way around. At the top of the page, you will find a series of drop-down filters. For now, just know these exist. In a moment, I will show you how these filters change the values on the rest of the screen and how you can change the settings to arrive at a product that fits your specific needs. Directly below the filters is a grouping that shows a breakout of days in the MedCon program. The large blue box shows the majority of our cases, 77%, have been on MedCon for 270 days or less. The yellow, orange, and red boxes are at the opposite end of the spectrum, ranging in lengths from 700 days to over 1,500 days. This data set, as with the rest of the page, can be selected to allow users a more in-depth look at specific information. By clicking on the red box, we see the 3 cases identified as having over 1,500 days on MedCon. We will return to this page shortly. If you ever click off of the Executive Summary page, you can easily return by clicking the MedCon Dashboard and then clicking back into the Executive Summary tab. The icons to the right of the box we were just looking at further break out the cases on MedCon. Here, we see total cases currently being managed at 290. The next icon shows the total amount of days all members who have been approved for extensions currently have. The first $sign shows the total cost of any member who has entered into an extension. The calendar icon captures all days for every case in the MedCon program, both initials and extensions, while the $sign to the right represents the total cost of all initial and extension cases combined. The bottom set of charts shows the breakout of cases by different categories. The left chart shows our cases by initials or extensions. Cases that have not been adjudicated are not included in these numbers. The middle chart divvies up cases by the guard and reserve respectively. The chart on the right displays cases by allocation sources, MPA, NGB, or RPA. Returning to the top of the page, we will take a look closer at the drop-down filters. Each one will help users isolate specific identifiers. The first drop-down allows you to select initial or extension cases. If we select initials, all data on the screen will reflect only initial MedCon cases. The second dropdown allows us to isolate by component, either Air National Guard or Reserve. Again, all data on the page will now reflect only Reserve initial cases. The order type filter will filter by the order type the member was on at the time of injury or illness. The next filter will allow users to select their specific state. Allocation source gives the option to drill down to MPA, NGB, or RPA as needed. And finally, the wing dropdown will let users select a specific wing to see cases in that location. As shown earlier, when a specific set of filters is selected, a simple click of the mouse will display the cases which meet the selected criteria. By clicking on any data field on the page, you will be shown a display of the cases you were looking for. In this tracker view, we can see all the cases that meet the criteria that we established. The associated reference number is provided in the MyPERS generated allocation email sent to members when they are entered into the MedCon program. Also, your MedPOCs can provide specifics on any case when provided this number. You will notice LOD status is presented here. Please note, this is for advisory purposes only, as ARC-CMD does not manage and cannot process or expedite LODs. The LODs are shown to be in one of two statuses, either interim or nothing pending. Members with multiple LOD conditions could have a status of interim even though one of their LODs has been finalized. Please reach out to your MedPOC for further details on LOD statuses. Returning to the executive summary, just a reminder that if filters ever need to be reset, this can be done by clicking the Reset Filter button on the top right portion of the screen. The next tab we will explore is the State View tab. Here, you will see a view of all 50 states, along with Guam and Puerto Rico. The number associated to each state represents the active MedCon cases in that state. This is a quick reference to see the total number of cases in a specific location. You can use this interactive map by clicking on any state. This will bring you to the Tracker View tab we discussed earlier. We can now see all active cases in the state of Texas. Anytime you access the Tracker View, either from the Executive Summary page or the State View, you can adjust the filters on the right-hand portion of the screen. Resetting the filters will display every active MedCon case currently being managed. Additionally, the values at the top of the screen will adjust to match. The drop-down filters to the right of the list will function similarly to the filters on the Executive Summary tab. Only now you will be presented with an adjusted list. Lastly, the eye icon will display a glossary of terms that will aid in understanding the different sections of the dashboard. This dashboard is a tool for you, and we want to make sure it is as user-friendly as possible. If you have any recommendations as you continue to use this program, please feel free to contact our office. Thank you for viewing.